Shalom. Before I get started, first and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Call halal, la Yahweh, Bahasam Yahushai, Bahasam Kal Kudash, Barakata Yahweh, Bahasam Yahushai, Bahasam Kal Kudash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, the water, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahasam Kal Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone, and shalom to the 144,000, shalom to the elect. All right, the lesson today is that the rapture, pre-tribulation rapture, is a false doctrine. All right, Lord willing, that's the title of the video. All right, pre-tribulation rapture is a false doctrine. Okay, if you're in a church, if you're in a church that preaches, they teach pre-tribulation rapture. All right, your pastor is a false teacher. All right, that's a false prophet. All right, false teacher, false prophet. You got to get out of that church. All right. And really, that's the state of a lot of these Christian churches. They actually teach that pre-tribulation rapture nonsense, preceded by the construction of the third temple, which they actually believe is going to be like a physical third temple being constructed. And a lot of people still believe that. All right. They actually wait. A lot of Christians actually believe that, look, man, when we start building that third temple, then you know that the rapture is near. No, man, there ain't gonna be no third temple physically built in this kingdom, and because it's gonna be a spiritual temple, right, which is the body of Yahweh Shai, and there ain't gonna be no rapture before tribulation. Right, Mark 13 verse 24. But in those days, after that tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. That's because of the nuclear missiles covering the skies. And the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. All right. Again, that's the nuclear missiles. And when seen at nighttime, they're gonna look like stars falling. All right. And in other parts of the world, on the other half of the world, where it's gonna be daytime, because missiles are gonna be going out everywhere. All right. On the other half of the world, it's going to be looking like stars falling in the daytime as well. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. All right, Yahweh Shai. You're going to see Yahweh Shai. And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. All right. So that's talking about the real rapture. That's the real rapture. And it says in verse 24, after that tribulation. Okay, not before, not no 3.5 years bullshit, and then a rapture and a 3.5. No, none of that. Okay. The rapture is gonna happen after the tribulation. Right, and it says the same thing in Matthew 24, starting at verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. All right, after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. All right, because those missiles, the missiles are the last prophecy before Yahweh Shai comes back. That's why it says, after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. All right, those mushroom clouds. All right, when those missiles come down. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and he shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. All right, and all those people mourning are going to be the ones that are not going to be taken up by Yahushua and his angels. Okay? They're going to be seeing the elect getting taken up, like, oh shit, the missiles are coming, and these people are getting beamed up. Tractor beams picking up people into these spaceships. All right, these UFOs picking up people everywhere. That's how it's going to look. All right, because that tribulation is like a fire. All right, that metaphor, it uses the scripture uses the metaphor of it being like a fire that we all have to go through. All right, that we have to be tried like gold in the fire, like silver in the fire. Zechariah 13 verse 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, 2/3 of Israel are going to be destroyed. All right, 2/3 will not come into the kingdom. All right, and whoever 2/3 of that survived the missile destruction in bunkers or basements or whatever, they're going to be killed, because Yahweh said, bring them that I rule over them before me, so that I may slay them. Roughly paraphrasing. So they're going to be killed. All right, because you can't enter into the kingdom. So only the elect are going to enter the kingdom. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Okay, so that's going to be like a trial by fire. Okay, we're going to be seeing some of the elect. They're going to be seeing others. They're going to be seeing some of the missiles going down in some areas, and we're seeing the fire coming near, and it'll be like in the nick of time. The angels are going to be on point, man. All right, those angels are like perfect, like the perfect robot that does everything perfectly. All right, perfect celestial spiritual robots. All right, they're programmed to do everything perfectly. They're not gonna fail. All right, not like you use AI, you use ChatGPT, you ask it a question, and sometimes it'll give you a wrong answer. All right, it's nothing like that. All right, it's gonna be a perfect program. They're gonna get all the elect, man. Not one will be lost. All right, 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach. All right, so we're going to all be tried by that fire before the appearing of Yahushua. Now I'm going to end it with this. 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, starting at verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. All right, that represents the kingdom. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. All right, and that represents the first death and the second death. All right, the first death being the flood, and the second death being the lake of fire. Right, that nuclear destruction. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never passed the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? I said, how are you going to get into the kingdom if you don't go through that trial, right? Through that fire. Right? Because we all went through that through the flood when we were when we were in the testicles of Noah and his sons, of Noah and his son Shem. All right, and we went through that water, through that flood, and now we gotta go, because Noah and Shem represent Israel, okay. And now we gotta go through. We all gotta go through it with these nuclear missiles. Or we gotta see the missiles coming, and then we just gotta have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, calling on His name, so that He delivers us. And I said, "It is so, Lord." Then said He unto me, "Even so also is Israel's portion." Right, so Israel, the entire nation of Israel, gotta go through this tribulation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, no shortcuts. All right, no pre-tribulation rapture, none of that garbage. All right, none of that false doctrine. Everybody has to go through this trial. All right, because that's how we're gonna see who's really a true believer of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope the video was edifying. Shalom.